What's up, friends? It's Firecore. Welcome back to Teambuilder tutorials. So I'm going to be reviewing a team I made. I'm not going to be making one since I don't really have the desire to make any teams on camera right now since they're not my favorite kind of video. So yep, Teambuilder tutorials is basically where I just do anything team related. So it can be building a team, talking about a team, watching some dude build a team, anything like that. But this is going to be a longer team builder tutorials because we are going to be showcasing two mons. And this is going to be the first Showdown All-Stars that I make showcasing two mons. The first one is going to be a Azumarill, and then the second one is going to be focusing on Dragalge. Now, Dragalge and Azumarill are from the newest DLC, the Isle of Armor. They are some new releases, and I'm going to be talking about my process of making a team after these dudes. So as you can see here, I have a team with Azumarill, or Azumarill, a team with Dragalge, and then Scum and Golden Egg, the mixture of two of them, since I decided to put them together. So let's talk about this. Let's start at the beginning. When I first got my hands on the DLC, I wanted to make a team featuring Azumarill, since I watched Mr. Jamvat, and Mr. Jamvat said that Azumarill is going to be a key player inside of OU. So I wanted to check it out and see how it does, and it did. It's pretty cool. It's nice. I like it a lot. But I didn't really know how to put it on a team, so I just made it pretty standard. Azumarill, Volcarona, Starmie for some spinning, I guess. Hydreigon for some ground immunities and some special damage, and then Clefable for some normal Clefable stuff, and then Excadrill just to get in there as this is kind of like the support Excadrill. Well, not really support, just the utility Excadrill. There's a bunch of different Excadrills. There's the Lead Sash, there's the SD, there's the Mold Breaker, there's the Sand Rush. This is a Mold Breaker one to deal with Levitate Mons, of course, and also Earthquake's just a good thing to have on a team. But, yeah, I really like the pairing of Volcarona and Azumarill quite a bit. You can deal with Steel types for the Azumarill, Electric types, with the Excadrill down here. It has potential as a team, but I didn't really like using it that much, so I decided I want to make something a little bit less OU, I'm going to say, because I think all these mons are definitely going to be OU. Like, Starmie might be UU, but I think it's still a fast enough mon that it can get in there and do enough things that it's going to be good. So I ran this for a little bit, didn't like it, so I decided I wanted to make a team on the side. And I made this, which is the bottom feeder focusing on Dragalge. Now, Dragalge is an adaptability mon, so its stab bonuses, instead of 1.5, it's 2.0. So that's pretty cool. I did pair this up with a Crawdaunt, so I wanted to keep these dudes like the adaptability mons. They're both Life Orb. But, yeah, adaptability boosted with Life Orb Draco and Sludge Wave is pretty good. It doesn't have the craziest stats, specifically its speed, but as you can see, they have a minimum speed with a minimum IVs. So yeah, this is a Trick Room team focusing on Mr. Krabs and bottom feeder here, and then Alolan Marowak, since it's another good mon for Trick Room. I've been doing a lot of Trick Room, but I decided I wanted to do something else since my last couple videos have been just Trick Room after Trick Room after Trick Room. I'm pretty sure my Stonjourner video was Trick Room. Don't know when you're going to see that though. Yep, then I have a Magearna here with Shuckleberry, Trick Room Dad Bod here, and then Bronzong with Trick Room Gyro Ball. So yeah, it's just Trick Room. That's literally all I made. But I decided it wasn't that good, since I have an extremely big weakness to one particular mon, being Specs Dragapult with Flamethrower or Fire Blast. I am literally destroyed by that thing. Like, I have Mr. Krabs, kind of, but I think a Draco with Specs is still going to kill Mr. Krabs here, which is unfortunate. We could just try to get the Trick Room up and then knock it off, but if we lose Mr. Krabs here, or if we lose Magearna, Dragapult is literally going to be able to eat our entire team. Draco for bottom feeder, Alolan Marowak Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball. What's kind of funny about Trick Room teams, a lot of them have to be Psychic types, since Trick Room is distributed amongst Psychic types more often than not. So, yeah, this team is pretty weak to that. I wanted to run a Porygon 2 on this, but I decided my Earthquake weakness is also quite big, since I have a few mons here which can be taken out by Earthquake, specifically some very important ones like Alolan Marowak, Magearna, and the ace being Dragalge. So I put on a Levitate Bronzong with all the normal Bronzong stuff, but it's minimum speed, with Gyro Ball, which does more damage if you're slow. I don't know if Gyro Ball works like that inside of Trick Room. I'm pretty sure it does. But anyways, yeah, I don't really like this that much. So I finally, got my big boy pants on and decided I wanted to make a good team. So I made this. This is Bottom Feeder along with Golden Egg. It's the exact same sets of them, at least I think. Is the Azumarill the same? Yeah, Azumarill's the same. Dragalge, I'm pretty sure, is the same too. So it's just the same, but I messed with their EV spreads. Not with the Azumarill though. That's just classic Azumarill. All right, so let's just start from the beginning. Bottom feeder is Dragalge, which is one of my favorite mons. It is really cool looking, and I wanted to use it since it's this poison dragon, which I think is a very cool idea. Toxic dragons have never really been touched on, at least what I've seen from media. So I think this is epic. This is actually a Choice Scarf set, unlike the Life Orb set. Now, the reason I wanted to make it Choice Scarf is kind of weird. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of explaining. As you can tell, this Dragalge, his speed fucking sucks. At minimum speed, he gets to only like 120, which is why I wanted to put him on a Trick Room team. But since Trick Room is easily exploitable, and I also wanted to try to use this dude outside of Trick Room, since I've been focusing on Trick Room a little too much recently, I decided I want to use this dude as kind of a bulky special attacker with adaptability. So usually what people use is a Specs set and just try to eat a hit and then do damage. This is an Enumon inside of Sun and Moon, and yeah, it usually focuses on using Dragonium Z, so the Dragon Z move, or using Specs. And it has like a certain amount of speed to outrun something inside the tier, and then it just has the rest inside of HP. It does have a pretty, decent special defense stat, which is actually kind of cool. But I decided to put 40 speed with a Choice Scarf. Now, 40 speed with a Choice Scarf gets you all the way up to 201 speed, which is not exactly. It's 1 point over, but you can't drop it down one. So, yeah, we're going to deal with a 201 instead of just 200. But 200 or 201 outspeeds Adamant Azumarill, which I'm not going to say is something that is everywhere at the moment, but maybe Bottom Feeder could go in there and take out an Azumarill, since it does resist Aqua Jet. So maybe the Azumarill wants to go for like a Play Rough or a knockoff or something on it. Probably a Play Rough. And I don't know if the Dragalge is going to be able to kill it with a Sludge Wave. It probably will. Yeah, it should be able to kill it with a Sludge Wave. Certainly. Unless water resist. Yeah, actually I checked. Water does not resist poison. So it's super effective. Its adaptability. We're max special attack modest. So I have a feeling we're going to be able to take this out. So this is kind of my counter for Azumarill. I'm going to do some calcs later today to see actually if it kills. And if it does end up killing, I can maybe drop the special attack and put it inside of like special defense so it can, fulfill its role a little bit better. But I think I want to have max special attack as of now. But this has Draco Meteor, Sludge Wave, Focus Blast for annoying steel types, and Hydro Pump for ground types, which are everywhere and are definitely going to switch in on us. I do not think Dragalge has access to Ice Beam. Actually, I'm pretty sure he does not. Because people will be using that more, since Ice Beam is a good utility extra move you can slap on. But yeah, this is just for Azumarill, which is pretty cool. Okay, moving on. We have Golden Egg. Now, Golden Egg is the Azumarill. Part of the reason why I actually wanted to put Azumarill on here as like a double up team, because I was actually making a reboot team of Bottom Feeder, since I wanted to make two teams, my Trick Room team, and then this team, but then I decided Trick Room wasn't that fun, so I decided just to put Azumarill on this, since, since I made Dragalge be as faster than Azumarill, I decided to slap Azumarill on it as well. So this is a huge power Azumarill. Now it's funny, Azumarill is not the master of physical attack. Base 50, you'd think, is really bad, but if you look at its ability, which is huge power, this Pokemon's attack is doubled, And then it has access to Belly Drum, which is a move that cuts your HP in half, but then it maximizes your attack. So it does 2 sword stances. No, not 2 sword stances. 3 sword stances. Right? It quadruples its attack. So it gets to, I'm pretty sure, like 1,500, 1,600 physical attack. And even if it's resisted, it's going to be able to one-shot things. It is very strong. Having access to priority is very strong, too. I remember playing X and Y when I was very young, and everyone spammed Azumarill, huge power, and I was so confused. I was like, oh, I just lost. But I also put some extra inside of its HP, so it can have a even number, since if it's an odd number. Wait, no, is it even or odd? Let me check. I gotta make sure. Let me go inside of my one of my teams with Belly Drum. I don't have one somewhere. Belly Drum? Yeah, is this it? No, that's just normal Galarian Darmanitan. Where is my Galarian Darmanitan Zen mode? Here we are, Arc Wizard Lolly. Is it an even or an odd number with the Galarian Darmanitan? Yeah, it's an even number. So you want it to be an even number, so it splits right down the middle, so you get access to your Citrus Berry, because if not, you're going to be at 51% instead of 50%. Citrus Berry is not going to activate, and no one wants that. But yeah, this Mon is very strong. Not the fastest Mon, being at a pretty measly speed level, and that's why I have Dragalge here, who's also very slow. And with Scarf, he can outspeed it, I guess, which is cool. Yeah, so it has some good attacks. Next, moving on, we have Palossand, which is a Mon that I think I'm going to make a showcase on just by itself. This thing, I honestly want to think that this thing is going to be OU viable. Like, definitely. His stats, they line up. He has recovery. He has access, like, he's kind of like Hippowdon, but he also has an immunity to electric and normal and fighting. So, yeah, we have a bunch of dudes to deal with that. Well, this one dude's going to deal with all that. So what's cool about Palossand is he has the water compactability, which makes it so when he gets hit with a water type attack, his defense gets risen ×2, which I think is really cool. Since he's a sandcastle, it like packs the sand in. But this is an awesome Pokemon, and I think one of the best shinies inside the entire game. Like, he's pretty cool looking like this, but good God, that is absolutely beautiful. I think I'm going to make it, I'm not going to make it a gender, but yeah. So I decided to make this max special defense instead of max physical defense, since, let's say someone goes for like a water gun or something. Hypothetically, water gun. I want to make sure we live the water gun, so then we get our water compact ability. Like, sure, people could keep hitting with water guns, but 90% of the time, I don't think our physical defense is going to be too important, but we still have quite a bit of that, which is cool. Yeah, so I put on some special defense, sorry. So we can eat all those hits, and then get in there and go for the legendary move itself. Basically, this move is a high base power, mediocre base power, ground type attack. It's special, which fits in with Palossand's high better special attack than its physical attack. And it's also like Scald, so it has a 30% chance to burn. They just added a move that is as annoying as Scald. Now, I'm pretty sure there are a couple moves out there that have added bonuses of, like, Sludge Bomb has a 30% chance to poison, Scald has a 30% chance to burn, and then Scorching Sand, or Scorching Sands, which, Jesus Christ, like, I'm pretty sure Hippowdon's going to be using this now, maybe just Earthquake, but I think Palossand, if you want to be even more annoying. But that's not all. There's more. This Pokemon also has a signature move known as Shore Up, which basically is a recovery move, like Recover or all that, but it also does more in Sandstorm. So if there's a Sandstorm active, instead of healing yourself 1/2, it's going to be 2/3. So this dude's going to live forever, especially max special defense, and I give him Stealth Rocks to, fill that role, and then Toxic, since he's going to be here for a while, and you got to be able to take people out. Which I think is pretty cool, because we have Scorching Sand for the Steel types and Poison types that are going to come in on our Toxic. And if it's not a Pokemon that, we want to go for Scorching Sand, we can just be annoying with Toxic. But I'm really excited to use this dude, and yeah, let's see how he goes. But we're not going to be seeing the video for a little bit, since I have a couple videos in the back. Next mon we have is the Volcarona. Now, Volcarona is a crazy OU threat due to the prevalence of heavy-duty boots. Well, not really the prevalence, just the addition of heavy-duty boots has made this thing very, very strong. So heavy-duty boots is an item that makes it so you do not take damage from entry hazards, which was Volcarona's biggest weakness. This mon is crazy powerful. Look at that fucking special attack. That is 369. Nice. But it has access to Quiver Dance, which is one of the best boosting moves inside the entire game. It's like bitch-ass Geomancy. So Geomancy raises your special attack, special defense, and speed times 2. This is Quiver Dance, raises it times 1. So that's pretty good, since this mon has already a lot of speed and already a lot of special attack. He can kill dudes. She. Does it have a gender? Yes, it can have a gender. But that's not all. It also has its signature move, Fiery Dance, which is a pretty good fire-type move, special, that has a 50% chance to raise your special attack. So, let's see, you go for the Quiver Dance. You can start out speeding things. You can just start mashing Fiery Dance, and you have a pretty good chance of getting your special attack risen. So it's pretty easy to hit crazy numbers of special attack and speed with this mon. I'm pretty sure it does have a hidden ability that it's missing. Does it? I think I remember it having a flash fire. Or am I just going insane? Okay, but it doesn't matter. Yep, so it has Fiery Dance, Bug Buzz for the 2 stab attacks, and then Psychic. So I put on Psychic since this team has some Pex weaknesses, and I didn't really want to run Giga Drain, since I think I want this Volcarona to be the hard-hitting type. Like, Giga Drain's still good, but we have a lot of ways to take out water types. Actually, do we have... No, we don't have much for water types, but, you know, ground types and all that. We'll just have to brute force our way through water types, I guess. Yeah, we're pretty weak to waters. Like Seismitoad, specifically. But yeah, this is going to do quite a bit. Next, we have the Bisharp. Now, this Bisharp is basically just in there since I have Stealth Rocks on my Palossand. Some people like to defog. Some people like Sticky Webs. It's good to slap in a Defiant Bisharp. So if our stats get lowered by defog or Sticky Webs or a random Moonblast or something, then we have +2 attack. And you can pair that up with a second SD or just another buffing move being SD. And then you can go for Sucker Punches, Iron Heads, and Knockoffs. This mon is very strong and has some speed, I guess. Nothing insane, nothing insane. But yeah, as you can see, all these mons are shiny. I think I might switch it up. I never really have shiny teams, and I need to do that more since Showdown gives you the opportunity to use shiny Pokemon, and I'm going to abuse that since I've always wanted a shiny hunt, but I don't have the time to reset thousands of times. I respect the people that do that, since I always love those compilations on YouTube of people accidentally resetting their games and screaming. And finally, we have the Choice Band Jolly, or is this Timid? Jolly, Timid. Yes, this is the Jolly Choice Band Cinderace. I get Timid and Jolly mixed up sometimes, but, you know, most of the time I remember. Anyways, this is the Libero Cinderace. Now, Libero is its signature ability, or the one that it was just gifted recently, which makes it so it has stab on every single attack, since it turns into the type of the move it's using before it uses it. So if it uses Zen Headbutt, it's going to become a Psychic type. If it uses Sucker Punch, it's going to become into a Dark type, and so on. But there are a couple gimmick sets you can do. There is this one that I always wanted to mess around with, but I never really had the testicles to do it. Being the Acrobatics Cinderace to deal with like I don't know, Earthquake Mons or things like that. But this mon is very strong. I'm not gonna say it's as good as Greninja, since Greninja had its own thing, but this mon is still crazy strong and gonna be a top tier OU threat for a while. But I never really run Choice Band. I usually run a Life Orb Bulk Up or Heavy Duty Boots, Court Change, or Scarf Electro Ball. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to be using this team inside of the next video. I don't really know where this is going to piece in with all my other videos, but keep on lookout for this. But that is my team builder tutorial. That was my breakdown of my progress of starting off with a, you know, mediocre team. Then I decided I wanted to build a trick room team for the 19th time, and then I mixed them together and made a team that I think is pretty cool. So I'll do my calcs. Probably won't see this team for a little bit, but with that being said, guys, thank you for watching and keep on the lookout for my videos.